No warmth. JLP's Crawford on first relationship with House Speaker. Government Member of Parliament MP Wodamar Crawford says her relationship with Speaker of the House of Representatives Juliet Holness has been cold because of what she says are false claims of a relationship with Prime Minister Andrew Holness. She addressed the decade-old rumor in an interview with Cliff Hughes on Wednesday morning. Have you ever been involved in an intimate moment or relationship, afraid the Prime Minister, Hughes asked after Crawford raised the issue? No, Cliff Hughes, categorically no, I have never, she stated, adding that I do realize that sometimes some of my own parliamentary colleagues, they treat me differently. There are some things that I feel I am denied of because of this rumor. Crawford, who stunned the People's National Party Peter Bunting to win the Manchester Central constituency in 2020 general election, said she has been facing significant political attacks. She said she has a good relationship with the Prime Minister, but things with his wife, the Speaker, are different. Mrs. Holness, there is no warmth like you would see the interactions with the other young female members of the Parliament. This relationship is cold, you ask, to which she responded, yes, I would say so. Crawford explained this issue. It doesn't just affect me or the Prime Minister. The wife of the Prime Minister sits in the Parliament. She sits in the Speaker's chair, and Cliff, I'm not afraid to tell you that there are sometimes people who have been very good relationship with me. Sometimes you can see it appears that they are torn, like they don't want to engage me because they don't know if the rumors are true. The rumors during her time as member of the Generation 20, the young professional arm of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, and around the time of the internal JLP leadership challenge in 2012, Crawford stated. Crawford also dismissed rumors that said that she had been spread by operatives of the PNP that she was pregnant. She said she was dealing with fibroids, which are non-cancerous growths that developed in or around the womb. Crawford acknowledged that she could be criticized by her fellow Labourites for her revelations. Teenage boy drowns in recovery. The St. Catherine police are investigating the suspected drowning of a teenage boy at the recovery on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as DeAndre Garvey, a 16-year-old student of the Levina Drive in some city Spanish Town in St. Catherine. Garvey's body was reportedly taken from the river about 1 p.m. The police theorized that the teen went for a swim in the river and got into difficulties and drowned. Speaker announces changes to security arrangements at Garda House. The strengthening of electronic architecture of Garda House and the deployment of additional security personnel are among the measures to be implemented to improve security at the seat of Jamaica's Parliament. This announcement came from Speaker of the House of Representatives Juliet Holness. It follows Saturday night's attempted arson attack at Parliament. At around 10:28 p.m. on Saturday, security officers on duty at the location smelled a noxious substance and examined the building. They observed a minor burn to the building front door and remains of what appeared to be a Molotov cocktail. Speaking during her opening remarks in Parliament on Tuesday afternoon, Mrs. Holness provided an update on the measures to be put in place following a security review.
I have received assurances that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is making every effort to apprehend the perpetrator or perpetrators involved in the shameful attack on the home of our legislature. Furthermore, additional security measures will be implemented here at Parliament, including the deployment of additional personnel and the strengthening of the electronic architecture of the building. Further assessment will be made by the National Intelligence Bureau.
Transport Minister recommends immediate ban on ride-hailing applications in Jamaica, citing security concerns. Transport Minister Darrell Voss has recommended an immediate ban on ride-hailing applications in Jamaica. The announcement was made during his sectoral presentation in Parliament on Tuesday. It follows Monday's discovery of remains believed to be those of 29-year-old primary school teacher Daniel Anglin, who reportedly went missing after booking a rideshare to work. A rideshare operator, who is also a deportee, who was previously charged with sexual offenses, has admitted involvement in her disappearance. Ride-hailing services have been at the center of other disappearances and criminal activities. In Parliament, the Transport Minister noted that while government is not opposed to the operations of ride-hailing services, they must operate within the ambit of the law. Mr. Voss wants the ban to take effect immediately and run from an initial 12 months. The minister added that the incident involving misangling is just one of several involving ride-hailing companies.
I have today written to the both telecom providers on a letter from the Assistant or Deputy Commissioner of Police indicating the concerns for national safety of our citizens. I actually took a cabinet submission to cabinet 3 weeks ago to discuss this very matter because of the complaints that I was getting from commuters and also from industry players who are playing by the rules and paying their fees for their license, etc. And these apps are undercutting them both in fear without any form of background checks and no monitoring by the Transport Authority. My recommendation as of today, which will obviously have to be vetted for legal purposes, is that a ban on all of those ride-sharing apps with immediate effect until such time as we can come to the table and work out properly how these apps will be regulated in terms of making sure that safety, background checks of the drivers are done not only by the app, the ride-share apps, but by the Jamaican authorities, police or the Transport Authority or whoever. And I make no apologies. I have the responsibility as a minister and an elected representative protect the lives of the people. And I am saying to you, I am prepared to go to the end of the world to make sure that that ban is enforced immediately with a view of sitting down, which the Transport Authority, in fairness, is already meeting with the local transport operators who have designed apps and want to implement apps for the betterment of their service. This is just one of several cases that the police have had evidence that these ride-share apps have been used for criminal activity. So it's not the unfortunate loss of a life. There are several. And with a letter from the police to the minister responsible for telecommunications, I have a responsibility to act. And I am standing here today acting.
CTOC, Carib Cement joins forces to destroy 400 million worth of counterfeit cigarettes. The Intelligence Property Unit of the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime, CTOC, says it's partnered with Carbon Cement Company Limited on Monday to destroy 624 cases of counterfeit cigarettes. The counterfeit cigarettes were reportedly valued at an estimated JM 400 million. Commenting on Monday's proceedings in a release on Wednesday, Managing Director of CCCL, Mr. Martinez, said the company is happy to also play its part in ridding the nation's street of counterfeit products while advancing its environmental sustainability efforts. Through our Future in Action program to reduce CO2 emission, we are actively looking for the alternative sources of fuel. Refuse-derived fuel such as these cigarettes offer that potential, he stated. Meanwhile, head of the CTOC's Intelligence Property Unit, Deputy Superintendent Victor Barrett, expressed gratitude to CCCL for assistance. It's a signal that they are displaying great corporate citizenship. It's a move that we welcome and could not do without this collaboration and partnership. This event is a success, and we could not have done it without the partnership of our corporate citizen, CMEX, he stated. I want to stress that the criminals have formed alliances, and as a consequence, we in law enforcement must form partnerships of our own, or else we will be isolated and weak. For his part, Managing Director of Carreras Limited, Franklin Murillo, noted that the smuggling and sale of counterfeit cigarettes has a deleterious effect on the business environment, government revenue, consumers, and the youth. This matter needs remained to focus on law enforcement and other such agencies to ensure that consumers are protected and government revenue secured. We will continue to play our part to ensure that this remains at the forefront, he stated. Jamaicans deserve better, says Phillips, as he chides arrogant government. Opposition spokesman and transport and minding Michael Phillips has chided the government over what he said is its arrogance and contempt for the Jamaican people. The people of Jamaica expect better. They expect more from us, said Phillips Tuesday, as he made his contribution to the 2024-2025 sectoral debate in the House of Representatives. He stated that Jamaicans have seen too many broken promises and arrogance from both the Parliament and government. Indeed, some here in the Parliament have become tone-deaf to the real needs of Jamaicans. A Parliament that behaves in such a manner makes even the jaws of kindergarten children drop at the kind of behavior we sometimes display. The people of Jamaica deserve better, stated Phillips. The opposition spokesman said the government has abused the Parliament, using its vast majority to ram through its positions. This government has refused any mindful consultation with the opposition on important national matters or even the people of Jamaica when needed. They push any and everything down people's throat once it suits the government's agenda without taking into consideration the very people who sent them here to represent them, argued Phillips. He told government members in the House that we do not have to politicize everything and there is no need to abuse, treat with contempt, or brush off those who do not agree with you. Good governance is at its lowest point. So much of our population has become angry. The people of Jamaica deserve better. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.